on the video challenge of a lifetime. This is video number 18 of 100 on the, what is it, Harry the Big Dog 100 video challenge. Okay, this is like helping keep my brain going here. Okay, so again, this particular series that I'm on right now is on research. And I talked about research using Google products, talked about it using Quora, talked about it using, I don't know if I went over Twitter, definitely Facebook communities, and I even went into annual reports. Now we're talking about knowing your industry. How well do you know your industry? How much time do you take actually diving into the nitty-gritty of your industry to understand not only what your industry is looking for as a whole from an association or a corporate standpoint, in order for them to back you, but what does your audience need from your industry that you're able to be that intermediary, that go-between, in order to take what the industry has to offer them and break it down in a way where they can benefit from it, and that you become that key person, that key business, that key enterprise that is seen as the authority in their space, where they get all of the information that they need and the resources. So in order to do that, you need to be that authority. And in order to be that authority, you have to be in the know of your industry. So how do you go about doing that? What are you currently doing to put you in that position? Well, let me share some things with you. Let me just do a quick, go back over to Google, our friendly neighborhood Google. Okay, so let me share screen, Google. All right. Now, I want to caution you on this. Google, it can be your friend if you know what to ask it. It could be your worst enemy if you don't. Because if you just go to Google to do a search for search's sake and you don't know what to search for, you will be there from now until the cow's calves come home. So you don't want to do that. You want to go in there with your searching with a plan. And so your plan always needs to start with, what is my end goal objective? What do I want to get out of this? When I'm finished, I want to have 3 things that I can take away from this and know that I've been successful, that I have gathered what I came to gather. So when you're learning your industry, there are a few factors involved. For one, you've got to know a little bit of the history of the industry. You know, how did it start? What's it about? Why are you even a part of it? Number 2, you need to know what your industry, the pain point or the solution that it provides to the marketplace. Number 3, you need to know who the key players are in your industry. Who are the ones that make things move in your industry, whether it be an enterprise or a series of enterprises in your business, in your industry, influencers, authorities, you know, SMEs, subject matter experts. Who is it that you need to be on their radar and they need to be on your radar in order for you to become one of those key components, those hubs inside of your industry? You got to research that. So here's what I want you to do. This is going to be a short one. I want you to, whatever the industry is, okay, let's take well, we'll just take chef, right? Chefs. All right. So now, chefs is kind of broad. Okay, so I'm going to grab this Wikipedia. And Wikipedia is not really my go-to. It's not a go-to place for me, but it is a great way to jog the mind, to understand. Let me get rid of that. To understand what is out there. Okay, so I did a Michelin star. Okay, top stories. Okay, if it's a top story, it must be important. That's from Insider, probably Business Insider. Okay, so let's see. I would expect that this article will have some of those professional chefs mentioned. Okay, so if you notice, I'm opening up new tabs for it. JFK to open exclusive speakeasy from top New York City chef and bartender. Interesting. Okay, who is that top New York City chef and bartender? All right, Chef's Restaurant, Buffalo's favorite Italian restaurant. Okay, who is the top 10 chefs in the world? Boom. All right. Okay, so now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so it's we got 8 out of 10. So then we'll open that up. Okay, what are the levels of chefs? Okay. Okay. Who are the highest paid chefs? Okay, and you see how this is just continuing to unfold? Okay, the more I click on, the more it unfolds. Who is the number one chef in the world? Interesting. Oops. Oh, I almost messed up there. Okay. So I just opened up the whole list. Okay, who trained Gordon Ramsay? That'll be a great piece, like say that you were doing a documentary or you were writing a monograph or something like that, and that'll be great to really bring in Gordon Ramsay fans and bring in Gordon Ramsay himself. You'd be surprised at the type of content that you can create or the interviews that you can gain when you do it right, when you go about it right. What is a female chef called? A chef is a chef, exactly. Okay, but you see how all of these just kind of continue to open up. Why do some chefs wear black? They hide the stains. Exactly. Okay. All right. So I won't go further into that because you get the idea, right? Now, again, in the fashion that I like to operate in. Oh, goodness. Come on. Okay. All right. I'm going to do what? I'm going to convert this into a PDF because I want to come back to it, but I don't want to do it now. Okay. So that's a PDF of searches, 13 pages. Goes into, it could actually go into a different thing than my swipe, but this is all demonstration purposes. Okay, so all of that was put in there. And now I can go in, can grab the Wikipedia, etymology, title, sous chef, blah, blah, blah. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. This is not totally built out. That's okay, because this is just rough research. Okay, get rid of that. Michelin star chef. Beautiful. Okay, and the reason why I'm scrolling down is if you notice that some of these images, how it takes a little moment for them to kind of come online, it's because of the design of the website. It has like this slow reveal. Okay, but I want to convert this. And if I don't scroll all the way down, I'll have, again, a PDF with a series of blank pages. And then I can't extract from different levels. Okay, because remember, in the research process, you're researching more than just raw data. You're researching nuance, you're researching texture, you're researching coloring and fonts and flow, all of that. You're researching how it impacts you, the feel that you have when you see this web page or you listen to this person talk, and all of that you're taking in because you've got to be able to then relay that same information, that same intent to those who you are contracting to do things for you on your behalf or for your team, or to do the marketing, what have you. Again, scroll all the way down. What does this tell me? This tells me all of the great things that chefs use and chefs need and new chefs use and need. And it also gives me a great option for when I want to create an awesome buyer's guide. Why should you go and reinvent the wheel when you can go and curate and then put your own spin on it? Okay, you don't copy, you curate, you pull the information in, and then you put it out in your nuance, with your nuanced way of saying it. I love Le Creuset because of this. I use this back, and here's a story for it. These are the things that I make in it. This is how I use it, why I use it, where I use it, and these are the circumstances that I will never use it in. So you give that full feel. Okay, so now I want to grab this story. Love the imagery. Okay, again, I got to make sure that the imagery populates properly, because if not, I'm going to end up with some stuff in there that I don't want in a way that okay. Now, if you notice that I scrolled down even past, it popped in more news. I'm not going to hit that button because I don't want to keep on going. But in here, I'm going to see what Timeout has, some of the other content that they have, because that's going to give me a feel of who they're talking to. See, so you're never just taking in one angle of information. You're taking in multiple angles every time that you go out there, so that you can have those multiple conversations to make sure that your team knows exactly what it is that you are going for. Okay, so now this has a thing where you scroll down more than half the page and then you get a pop-up. And that is that Emerald? Oh, okay, Emerald's still in the game. Nice. Okay. Again. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, see, so this is now doing that thing. Okay, so now here's what I'm going to do with this. Again, print. Yeah, I caught it before it populated another page, which is great. Okay, and remember when I convert these things into PDFs, those links are all clickable, so that I can transfer them to my assistant to have her knock the things out. Okay, got it, so I'll get rid of that bar. All right. Okay. Awesome. So I caught it again before it switched over, because I really just wanted that one story. Awesome. And I think this is pretty brilliant, because they're able to create a very long post. And it's just a big listicle, but it's not clickable. Okay. And so now I've got a list of 100, the top 100 chefs. Pretty quick on content creation. 100 best chefs in the world. See, so it gets really easy when you have an idea of what it is that you're going for and the why behind it. Okay, so I already did that one. Let me see, what is this? What is this? Oh, okay, so this is the annual report. Don't need that anymore. Oh, that's a real good thing. Okay, so there you have it. Let me stop the share there. Okay. Wow, it's getting light outside, so I'm getting dark. Okay, so all of that to say, let me see. Pull that down. All right, so what you're doing is you are not only learning who the players are in the industry, the key people, then you want to know who reports on those people. So the writers of those magazines, so check your magazines out, editors, reporters, uh, check out your podcasters, check out your authors, all of those folks who now engage with the movers and shakers in your space. You need to know who they are too, because they have access. So connect with them as well. Interview them as well. Find out how they do what they do. I mean, you ask them straight questions. You'd be surprised at how open people are to just sharing with you. Here's the goods. I'm sitting here sharing with you right now. Here's the goods. So you would be surprised, unless you've done it before, then you won't be surprised at how easy it is to get an interview. All right. So all that said, if you want to know more about how to do this, make sure that you go ahead and inbox me. If you haven't already gotten your ticket, your all access pass to the Faithpreneur Weekend Q4 training, it's the all access pass. Go to faithpreneurweekend.com. That's FAITHPRENEUR weekend, WEEKEND.com. And make sure that you click on the all access pass. When you do that, what will end up happening is that, and you purchase it, then you will be eligible for the live Q4 trainings. And that's going to be me along with like 20 or so, some odd other experts teaching on everything from your marketing and your media planning and mastering your media and your PR and your branding and your security online, wealth generation, structuring your business, putting systems and standard operating procedures in place, all of the things that you need in order to grow and structure and secure your business. That's in that Q4 training. So go ahead, if you haven't already, pop on over there, get your ticket, secure it now, and then get ready. And I'm going to say, fasten your seatbelt, because the Q4 training, it's always amazing every single year without fail. So I will see you over there. I hope to see you in my Mastering Your Media class, my workshop, because it's going to be a game changer for you. All right. I am the Jason Hodge, jasonhodge.biz. I will catch you later. Have a great